and gentlemen, your flagman wearing the Old Glory shirt will show the one to go indication this time by Tyler County Speedway, America's baddest bull ring. Are you ready? We thank you so much for joining us in this event for the Great American Crate Race. We thank you for joining us for the opening ceremonies and the four-wide salute. Now, for the benefit of everybody in attendance, we ask that you please remain seated so everybody can enjoy the show. We're set for 50 laps. $7,000 going to the winner, and they're going to call off the start. We're going to call off the start here for just a moment.
We got to refresh the restart line for them.
Okay,
they got worn off.
They want some more paint put down there.
Yeah,
we call that the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. The VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint. Our white striped line, firing line, ready to go. Unison between the cone and the Euchre tire. And that's where they'll go. Remember, your flagman starts the race initially. On the restarts, after a lap is complete, it is up to the leader to fire. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for them. One to go this time by. Again, as I was saying before we got ready to get this thing started, a little prematurely, for the benefit of everybody in attendance, we hope you enjoyed the show. Please remain standing. Please sit down. Don't stand up. Please sit down so everybody in the grandstands can enjoy the race. Unless you're on the top grandstand.
If you're on the top row, go ahead.
History is set to be made as we get involved. Saying the caution is going to be on the 17 car of Trey Watson. They're calling the caution on the 17. And he lost it, and then everybody else, Brandon, just piled in from there. And, man.
I believe he got into the back of somebody, which then created the big chain reaction.
And the man that I have, I feel bad for all these guys. But the one that my heart really goes out to right now is that number 7 Longhorn out of Appomattox, Virginia. That young man, Corey Allman, running for the VP Racing Fuels National Weekly Championship, has raced all over the Southeast from Georgia up to West Virginia. He's planning on going to Kentucky. Next week was the plan to go to 201 Speedway, our fast track weekly track in Kentucky. And
he's actually a feature winner here.
He's won here, exactly. Yes, he did. David, his dad was telling me that. And that was the worst thing he wanted to see right there. Me and his dad were talking about this place because it's bad, it's fast, even though it's small. This is a lot of quick things can happen in a hurry.
Well, you're never straight.
That's right.
You're all. I mean, there's really no straightaway. You're biting coming up off the corner, and then you're slinging it sideways getting in. So there is no front stretch, really no back stretch here.
Exactly.
It's kind of a big egg.
Yeah. Because you're turning. I mean, you're literally turning the car, literally hard left all the way around the racetrack, going on the straightaway. You might straighten it in John Page plus September marquee shows. Look at that number 30 car out of Rockbridge, Bath, Virginia, the Rocket of Tyler Bear. In his 8th super late model start, Brandon, he won the ultimate fast track sanctioned USA 100 back on Father's Day weekend.
And his daddy wasn't bad either.
Oh, my goodness. No, John Booper Bear was an awesome driver. But, man, that was a special time at Tyler County Speedway seeing that young man in the 30 car, who, by the way, cut his teeth in fast track. You have a race again, Brandon Gregory.
Ruff Bayless out front. Good start by the number 6 car, Zach Dome, Henry Hornsby, door-to-door down the backstretch.
Back straightaway, turn 3. Here they come at a turn back.
Working up to the outside of Tyler Bear as they enter turn 1.
Back across the line. Bales, Brown, Hornsby. And look at Hawkins, your pick. He's still in it. In the car number 25, he sits in 4th. Early going here, working lap number 6 of 50. And believe it or not, a couple of laps away, your leader, roll call Ross Bales, closing in on lap traffic. He's about a corner away from catching him as they hit out of turn 4. He's diving into 3.
Believe it or not, I think a lot of them right now are just logging laps, Wesley, just trying to get a feel, make sure their car's in the right spot. Ryan Payne coming off the back has already picked off 4 or 5 cars, getting himself out of a little bit of danger. You see Brandon Weigel working up to the outside of Brent Trimble. He's making hay. He's getting ready. Brandon Weigel's getting ready to work on Mark Whitener.
You said it yourself. This track is really changing a lot, as these drivers will now have to go from racing in the day to now the night. The temperature's dropping. It's nightfall. The conditions have changed as well. And we work now 1/5 of the way. Ross Bales, Dylan Brown, Henry Ormsby, Zach Dome, Kyle Lucan, the top 5. 40 laps to go in the Great American Crate Race. And we got one off the pace in turn 3. Brett the Jet Ham, 75 Longhorn. Founded by a lap car. Holy smokes, the 184 gave him a punt in the pants. Was that Lucan or Dahl?
That was Kyle Lucan. Kyle Lucan with the punt there. Not much he could do. There was nowhere for him to go. The car was literally dead stop coming off turn 4. The 75 could not make it into the infield.
Caution coming out in turn number 3, 75. Brett the Jet Ham stalls on the bottom of the racetrack. Nowhere to go was Kyle Lucan, and he gave him the chrome horn under the bumper, and he turned him. He says, "Do you want to go to the hot pit? I'll help you get there." And we go under yellow flag. 10 laps in, 40 to go here, and it's Ross Bell still leading.
Note to self, if you can run, do not stop on the bottom of this racetrack. You will pay, and pay dearly.
And I don't think you can call the caution on Kyle Lucan because it was simply I can't see.
No, your best bet is if you're in danger is to get to the top.
Get to the top of the racetrack as best.
Yeah,
right.
Get above the cushion and stop.
So if you ever have a problem, get to the top of the racetrack here at Tyler County Speedway.
Absolutely.
If you go to the bottom, you'll get punted by accident.
Yes, sir. If you're around the Uke tires, you can expect to get lit up.
Gotcha.
It's going to happen. They do a really good job of leaving an area above the cushions. That way you're not right up against the wall.
Right.
To give those guys a place to stop, and that is the preferred stopping area.
When this race concludes, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers on the front straightaway. Top 3 finishers getting their thoughts of the Great American Crate Race here tonight. We are 1/5 of the distance in. 10 laps in, 40 laps to go. Drivers are now going to choose, and we're going to talk about that choose rule again, Brandon Gregory. Drivers can choose inside or outside, starting with your leader, Ross Bales, Dylan Brown, on back and forth. If we could have seen, like, maybe the top 5 cars stay to the inside behind, or the outside up onto of Bales, and then somebody like, Michael Bland could pull to the inside and try to battle for the lead. Yes, I love the choose rule.
I think you'll see guys just go ahead and go the opposite and not really take a chance because it's, we say track position isn't important, but if you get caught in the back or you make a bad decision, it's really hard to make up.
Our sister series, the Ultimate Super Late Models, they do the Dixie Double File restart, but a lot of the drivers and people I talk to on the tour say if they could, they would love to have the choose rule in Super Late Model racing.
Absolutely.
But Dixie File Double Style is Super's formats on green. Back underway here in the Great American Crate Race on the restart. It's Ross Bales. Hornsby got a great burst of momentum on the outside of the 3. He's looking at Brown for second, and they're 3 wide out of turn 4.
Dome, Kyle Lucan, Henry Hornsby battling hard for that 3rd spot. They're 3 wide coming out of turn 2. Henry Hornsby down the backstretch, Kyle Lucan in the middle, Zach Dome on the bottom.
Back out of turn 4, trying to go 4 wide. They'll stay 3 wide as they exit off the corner. It's Lucan in that mix, followed by the machine of Hawkins. Up the outside is going to be Hornsby. Problems in turn number 3. Trouble, turn 3, car off the pace.
Trey Watson, the
T17. He did what you did. He did what you said. Yeah. You get to the top.
Don't go to the bottom. He learned.
Don't go to the bottom. You'll get punted. Go to the top. Trey Watson, car T17 out of Weston, West Virginia.
Well, he's been a regular here. He's ran many wedges. He's ran everything here, so he knows.
Going to go back to lap number 12. Caution for the T17 of Watson. Stalling. I'm doing my announcer notes for the PR later.
Matt Long and Jacob Hawkins were having a great battle for the 6th spot, and we were 3 wide for 3rd with Henry Hornsby, Kyle Lucan, and Zach Dome. It's getting hairy,
yes.
Leslie. It's getting hairy.
Yes, sir, you're right. Working lap number 12 of 50 here in the Great American Crate Race here at Tyler County Speedway. Ross Bales leads. Dylan Brown is 2nd. Henry Ormsby the 3rd is 3rd. Then you got Kyle Lucan 4th and Zach Dome your top 5. Matt Long is 6th. Jacob Hawkins is 7th. Followed by Brandon Weigel, 8th. Mark Whitener is 9th. And little cubby Tyler Bear, your top 10. Michael Bland is 11th. Brent Trimble is 12th. 13th is Daryl Shalier. Followed by Brandon Dillinger and Corey Allman, your top 15. Troy Frazier, Matthew Nance, Donnie Dodson, Ryan Payne, Billy Beechler, the top 20. As it stands right now after the caution on lap number 12. And third caution of this race.
7 behind 14. 7 cars. You go behind the 14. Which 7 cars? That next.
Well, before the caution flag failed to answer your question, Billy Hicks, it looked like the interval between Bales and Brown was 0.439 seconds after the last green flag run before the caution. So
I didn't want to get up underneath them. Get on top of them.
Fast Track Racing Series again next time on the road, July 27th and 28th for the 14th annual Fast Track Triple Crown finale. Continuation after the Memorial Day event at 311. Won by, ironically, Ross Bales in the 79 Longhorn. He won at the Bill Hicks Senior Tribute Race Memorial 311 Speedway, Madison, North Carolina. Benji Hicks won the Ultimate Super event, his first ever Ultimate Super Late Model, or Super Late Model win for that matter. We go to Beckley, West Virginia, July 27th, with Raceway July 28th. Then the following week, we come back to West Virginia for the 6th annual UBB Coal Miners Memorial Race, 2,900 to win.
The Billy Hicks you're referring, is that the Billy Hicks that used to drive for the Rumleys in the 6 car?
Yep.
Okay. Seen him run a few races at West Virginia Motor
Blackjack,
Speedway.
Billy Hicks, and Blackjack Tony Hicks, and all the great family there.
6 with the saw blade. I remember that.
That's right.
He would come and run the Dirt Track World Championship at West Virginia Motor Speedway when it was there. I remember that.
Billy Hicks, he's right. He owns the 79 car. That's right. He's actually listening. Billy Hicks is. Billy L.B. Hicks is listening to the audio cast. Now let us know if everything sounds okay. Where are you checking us out from? Where are you listening?
So Zach Dome looks under him going down the backstretch.
This
Matt
is a
Long and
50
Henry
lap
Hornsby,
event.
2x2.
Yes. But look at Bales. Still out in front, pulling away from everybody. Kyle Lucan in second. Dylan Brown takes a new tries a new lane around the racetrack is what I meant, going to the top side. He's on the top of the racetrack. And he's making it work, actually, in the Longhorn number 6, Brandon, as they go into turn 1. Interval is 0.06 of a second between Bales and Lucan. And Brown is closing as well as they go to 3.
That top groove's going to start to come in. You're going to see some guys move up there.
Brown back to the outside lane. Oh, battle for the lead on the turn number 2. Kyle Lucan has looked for the lead on Bales, and he's going to carry Dylan Brown and Jared Hawkins with him, or Jacob Hawkins with him.
Zach Dome working the bottom like a catfish.
That's Zach Dome right in the 25 car. Zach Dome's car. Zach Dome now trying to make a move on Dylan Brown for third. Dylan Brown on the outside. Zach Dome on the inside.
Matt Long coming up through the field to round out the top 5.
Z-Flash, Zach Dome from Cross Lanes, West Virginia. The son of the showstopper, Tim Dome, a former Fast Track World Champion back in 2014. And Zach Dome won at 201 Speedway in a Super Late Model 10,000 win show last Friday night in Kentucky. He's trying to reel him in. Bales.
Boy, he
still
is
out
smooth.
in front. Lap 21 now. 4.5 way, Brandon.
Zach Dome is really smooth on the bottom. He's working on third to take it away from Dylan Brown as they're battling up front.
So you're riding patiently. You're waiting. You're 3 laps to halfway with still Ross Bales out in front. When do you go? You know this track very well, Brandon Gregory. When are these drivers going to hit the go button and try to push it to the limit?
15 to go, lap 35. If you get a caution around that time, you're going to see guys go up to the top and buff the right rear off over the cushion.
4 wide, contact out of 4. Wow.
Kyle Lucan working the top side on the leader, Ross Bales.
And Matthew Nance as well. Battle for the lead, moving by lap traffic. Here comes Lucan on the outside. He'll take the lead into turn number 3. But Bales will not be denied. He'll power back to the inside and use a lap car as a pick of pain. 3 wide for the lead into turn number 1. Working lap 25. Halfway home in the Great American Crate Race.
Kyle Lucan to the lead by about 2 car lengths.
Lucan battling lap traffic. Clowns to the left of me. Jokers to the right. I'm stuck in the middle. Lucan can't go anywhere. And here comes those cars battling.